Okay, we have combination. So we will discuss today the word combination. So a combination is the arrangement of objects or things in which order is not important. So unlike in the permutation that the arrangement or the order is very important. Okay, so the formula of combination is combination of n r is equal to n factorial over r factorial multiplied to n minus r factorial. Okay, in the permutation there's no r factorial. Okay, so in the combination we have this one formula. So we have example number 1. In how many ways can a committee consisting of 4 members be formed from 7 people? So it is a combination. Okay, so 7 people, so therefore Rn is equal to 7, and since 4 members, the value of R is 4. Okay, so always remember that R should be greater or equal to 0 but less than or equal to n. Okay, so this shouldn't be interchanged. Okay, so always remember that R sometimes lesser to n or equal to n. Okay, so we will use these values in a formula. So C 7 then 4 is equal to n is 7 factorial, then r is 4 factorial times 7 minus 4 factorial equals, so 7 factorial then 4 factorial, then here 7 minus 4 is 3 factorial. Okay, so if we have to expand that one, that is 7 times 6 times 5, 4 times 3 times 2 and times 1. Here this is 4 times 3 times 2 and times 1. For the 3 factorial, we have 3 times 2 then times 1. Okay, so again 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 from the 7 factorial, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 from the 4 factorial, and 3 times 2 times 1 from the 3 factorial. Okay, now we have to do cancellation, so we can cancel this one, 4 then this one. So we have the remaining 7 times 6 times 5 then 3 times 2 times 1. So multiply that one, so it is equal to, so 7 times 6 times 5, so we'll copy the remaining. Okay, so 7 times 6 times 5 then over 3 times 2 times 1, so that is equal to 35. So 35 ways. So we have 35 ways to choose a committee which has 4 members from the 7 people. Okay, so when can we say that a situation or problem is a combination and permutation? So for example, in the permutation, we have to select 4 members consisting of president, vice president, and secretary, and then treasurer. Okay, 4 officers. In the combination, there's no specific position. Okay, so they just select 4 members. So that's the difference of the two. Okay, so in the permutation, we have the position of each member. In the combination, there's no specific positions, just 4 members. Okay, for the second example, in a 10-item English test, in how many ways can you select 4 problems to be solved? So this is an example of combination, since you are not required to solve for number 1 first, number 2 first, number 3 first, as long as you will solve 4 problems. So no sequence or no order, okay? So since it is a 10 item English test, so our n is equal to 10, and 4 problems that you will choose, so r is equal to 4. So again, this shouldn't be interchanged, okay? So using the formula, then n minus r, quantity of n minus r factorial. So c, then 10 comma 4 is equal to, so our n is 10, so 10 factorial, r is 4, so 10 minus 4, so this becomes 10 factorial, then 4 factorial, 10 minus 4 is 6, so 6 factorial. So this is, so expansion, 10 times 9, then this is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. For the 6 factorial, 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 and times 1. Okay, so I show you the expansion so that we can see the correct process, okay? But you can use calculator, okay? Here we can cancel this one. So this is the remaining 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, and the result is 5040. Here the result is 24. Okay, so if we divide it 1, we have the answer 210. So there are 210 ways to select 4 problems from the 10 items. Okay, so that is the correct answer, 210 ways. Okay, we have this kind of problem. Again, in a 10 item English test, how many ways can you select 4 problems if you are required to answer number 1? Okay, so since you are required to answer number 1, so this Rn is 10. Okay, so you are told or required to answer number 1, so it becomes n is equal to 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. So our value of n now is 9 because you are required to answer number 1. So there are 9 choices or items for now. Okay, so RR is still 4. Okay, so that's the concept. Okay, correct process. So it will become C, then 9, 4. So n factorial, that is 9 factorial, then 4 factorial, then 9 minus 4 factorial. So this becomes 9 factorial, then 4 factorial, then 9 minus 4 is 5 factorial. So the answer here is 126 ways. Okay, problem number 4. How many ways can polygons be possibly formed from 5 distinct points on a plane? No 3 of which are collinear. It means there are no 3 points that lies on the same line. Okay, so we have 5 distinct points, so our n here is 5. Since we need to form polygons, so the first type of polygon is triangle, and it needs 3 points to form a triangle, right? So in a triangle, we have, for the triangle, we have C, 5, then 3. Okay, and the next kind of polygon is quadrilateral. And a quadrilateral has 4 sides. It means there are 4 points. Okay, so C is equal to 5, then comma, 4. Then, next is pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides. It means there are 5 points. So C, 5, then comma, 5. So we stop here because there are 5 points only. Okay, so if there are 6 points, then we should go to hexagon. Okay, then so we need to find the number of possible polygons. So number of possible polygons, or number of polygons, is equal to C 5 3 plus C 5 4 plus C 5 comma 5. So by using your calculator, here we can form 10 triangles. For the quadrilateral, we can form 5 quadrilaterals, and for the pentagon, we can form 1 pentagon. So the number of polygons you will add. So there are 16. So there are 16 number of polygons from 5 distinct points.